Hello, my name is Tomasz Krosensky, and I welcome you to my workshop, or actually, at my home. The order was clear: to paint this room, which even a routine room painter has struggled with. The problematic substrate does not forgive a quick scraping and then applying paint with a roller on a still damp surface. I don't know how to use a brush, so I thought about spraying. I browsed the uni-max website for a while until I came across two products. First, a spray gun with a supply tank, and second, a high-pressure spray device. The first one is actually a standard pneumatic spray gun. The coating, in this case more of a spray material, is in an external container with a clean volume of 8 liters. That would be nice for applying to larger areas, but in principle, this device is simply not meant for interior coatings. The working pressure is a maximum of 50 psi, which won't push thick material through even a relatively large nozzle. It's a shame because it would be quite a nice and affordable alternative. When I had it here, I at least tried it on synthetic material while painting the floor. The main advantages are primarily in the large volume of the F7 tank and the independence of the gun from the position of the paint container. So you can spray straight up or down without any issues with suction or paint dripping, unlike when the container is directly on the gun, whether below or above it. On the other hand, I see the disadvantage primarily in the need to connect to a compressor. My compressor, with 120 liters per minute, is really not enough for reasonable work, so expect to invest in a much more expensive machine. If you don't have one, add the cost of a decent compressor to the price of the gun. Also, keep in mind that compared to a regular gun, it has 2 hoses leading to it, which limits you a bit, and that you'll have to clean the one hose through which the paint flows, along with the gun and tank. That's why the device isn't worth using for small volumes. If you really have to, I have a tip for you on how to at least save on cleaning the tank. Put the paint into a smaller container, like the original can, and then dip the suction tube into it. Also keep in mind that the tank may be under pressure, so before loosening the lid, make sure there is atmospheric pressure in the container. Release any excess pressure, like from a safety valve. I was recommended a sure bet machine with the rather unusual name Spraying Device Roman 2. To give you a better idea, I should clarify that it's a system with a diaphragm pump that can generate pressure up to 200 bars. Thanks to this, it can push nearly 2 liters of coating material per minute through a 0.5 millimeter nozzle and works practically with all types of coatings in their usual consistency, meaning there's no need to dilute them drastically. With the spray device, you can also apply primers. For example, it's a professional machine, and its price initially scared me, but when I realized I wouldn't be dependent on a compressor, it started to make sense. For painting one small room, it's obviously nonsense. But if I were painting, say, an entire house inside and out, I would seriously consider it. Or perhaps within some community. The diaphragm pump is not as prone to operator errors as piston pumps, so I wouldn't be too afraid to entrust it to an informed novice. And for the record, the price would pay off in a few jobs, because compared to a colleague with a roller, it will be about 10 times faster. From my perspective, the advantage is the contactless application of paint on the walls, where there's no risk of loose substrate sticking to the roller. The speed and evenness of the spray is amazing. Compared to a compressor, the pump is also relatively quiet. You can leave the coating material in its original container and place the suction hose directly into it. The pump draws the liquid itself and flows back into the container through a bypass. Only by closing the primary valve does the system pressure reach a value that you can regulate with a pressure-reducing valve. Due to the high pressure, you have to accept a much greater bounce of paint off the sprayed surface. So, you really need to cover everything you don't want to paint, including yourself, of course. I just forgot my hood for a moment, and right away I had my hair all messed up. I like the sturdy gun, which has a very smooth operation even at high pressure and the option for a permanent trigger lock, as well as a block to prevent accidental squeezing. There is an integrated metal filter in the handle to prevent larger particles that could clog the nozzle. And if the nozzle does get clogged, just turn it 180 degrees, give it a quick blow, and return it to its original position. And then you can keep spraying. The long and lightweight hose improves the gun's maneuverability, allowing you to leave the device, say, behind a door, so it doesn't get dirty. The inflatable wheels make it easier to handle the sturdy machine. What caught my attention about both devices was the use of metal pin connectors for connecting pressure hoses, which reduced the number of different seals to the necessary minimum. Additionally, the high-pressure spraying device comes with a set of replacement seals and assembly tools. Even though painting one room isn't a task worthy of such a professional machine, I appreciate the experience, and for a facade, it would definitely be my clear choice. I won't be throwing away the rollers, but once someone tries spraying, they probably won't go back to the roller much. You can find links to both products in the description below the video. Please subscribe and click the bell icon to set up notifications for new videos from the uni-max workshop. A like or a constructive comment would also be appreciated. My name is Tomasz Krasinski. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.